Hi everybody, welcome to my page. Welcome to my very first video. We're gonna have to try and ignore that. Apparently somebody wants to get a hold of me. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Raven. This is the Raven's Nest, and I just wanted to use my first video to kind of introduce you to myself, introduce you to the nest, and kind of just let you know what this channel will be about. I realize that the acoustics, the sound in general for this video are not fantastic, but as this being my first video, I hope you'll forgive me, and as we grow, hopefully we'll be able to get much better equipment, and we'll be able to improve on our videos, on our sound, and everything, and you guys can grow along with me. So, as I said before, my name is Raven. This is the Raven's Nest, and what I want to do on this channel is I want to take you guys along on my fitness journey. I have been working on my fitness for a while. I was doing really well for so many years. I started in 2010 is when I found a women's class called Babes, and that's when I dropped the most weight and felt really well. I was doing really well at it. There have been some things in the past few years that have come up that we will dig into and visit along the way in this channel. But there have been some things in the past few years that have created a lot of obstacles, and I have really been struggling the most in the past couple of years, and now I'm struggling to find my way back in fitness, in health, and I want to take you guys along with my fitness journey and have you guys help me out. Help me with my struggles, with my failures, with my wins, with everything. I want to share it with you guys, and maybe even I can help even just one person out there with their fitness journey, and that would be amazing. I want to share all of it, the good, the bad, the ugly, the cheers, the jeers, the tears. I'm going to be completely open and honest. I also want to just share life with you guys. I want to share all of life with you guys. I think it would be fun. I want to be able to open this channel up to lots of things. Maybe book reviews, movie reviews, box openings, wrestling reviews, because I love wrestling so much. Just different journeys and adventures, just open conversations, Q&As, vlogs, things of that nature. And of course, I want to be able to take suggestions of what you guys want to see, what you like, what you don't like. And I just want this to be a big, happy family. This is a nest after all. So yeah, I think this is going to be a really fun adventure for me. Hopefully it's a fun adventure for you. This is a huge step out of my comfort zone. I am a functioning introvert. I don't necessarily like to be out in front, out in the spotlight. I don't necessarily like to have eyes on me. I'm the person that likes to sit in the back of the room. I'm the one who likes to support the lead actors, so to speak. So this is definitely something different for me, but it was something that kind of was put on my heart when I was doing some fun Facebook things for quarantine. I was doing what I was calling lunchtime challenges. I had asked for at least 30 fitness challenges to put in a jar, and I would pick one every day that I could do at lunchtime, and it could be anything. I had suggestions from how many Supermans I could do, to how long on my stairs I could do, to 50 burpees, to my little nephew asking me to do a punchy ball. So I would just pick one every morning, and then at lunchtime I would film myself doing it, and I would share it on Facebook. And while I was doing that, I think we ended up with 38 suggestions and I did them all. And I think while I was doing that, somewhere along the lines, it was put on my heart that maybe I should be sharing this on a bigger platform. Maybe I should be sharing my journey, my story, and my life on a bigger platform. And so here we are. I have been enjoying sharing fitness with people, with women in particular, for quite a while, and I just want to reach as many people as I can now. So I know that I'm rambling. It's kind of what I do when I get nervous. I ramble and I get a little so I do also want to introduce you to the Nest, the main place that we will be filming in. It'll be the location that you'll see the most in the backgrounds. I will try to be moving around a lot in it. I will also be doing exercise videos, so you'll never know what part of it I'll be in to be working out in, but I want you guys to just be familiar. So I would like to take you on a tour, and what better place to start than right where I am at. I am on one of my workout benches. I've got my bar behind me. However, I'm not allowed to lift heavy right now because I have torn my bicep, and so I have been told by the doctor that I have to lift light. I have to lift 3 to 5 pounds. I'm not quite sure how long I have to do that for. I see her again in July, but since the bicep pain has been calming down, I've been noticing a pinch up in my shoulder now, kind of a little hitch, so she'll be checking that out as well. But then also behind me, you'll see a little piece that I've been working on. It is my number wall. These are numbers from a bunch of races that I have done in the past. I love foot races. I especially love the half marathon. And so, and as I take you around the room, you'll see that I also have hanging up just a pile of more race numbers, and I have medals hanging across the room. I love and adore long distance races. I've completed 18 half marathons, 3 triathlons, several overnight 24-hour relay races, Spokane to Sandpoint, one of my very favorite races of all time. You guys put on a great race. Thank you so much. And sadly, the last for real outside half marathon that I tried to do was the Thelma and Louise in Utah. It was the first one back after breaking my foot, and it's the only one that I was swept off the course for. I did not complete it. I was very upset about that. I've never had a non-finish before, and my goal was to get back and do it. I have yet to do it. That was 2018. I have not yet done it. This year with quarantine, I was supposed to go there and do it. This year with quarantine, they canceled it. They made it a virtual race. I have hurt my foot again. It might be broken again, and so I couldn't even complete the virtual race again this year. And I am now sitting at a crossroad for racing. I have been sitting on this for a little over a week, thinking, praying, talking it out with people about what I'm supposed to do with long distance. if I am supposed to take some time off, get myself back into good shape, and take maybe a year or two off and then come back at it, or if I'm supposed to just retire from long distance altogether. Both of those scenarios hurt deeply. The retiring one hurts way more because I love it so much, but I guess we'll see. I'll just keep praying about it and talking with much smarter people than me about it, and we'll see. We'll share the decision with you guys, and we'll see what happens. But let's look at the rest of the nest. All right. So please excuse the mess. We are still kind of working on the nest a little bit. But here we just have the man door. It just goes to the man space there. Up here, this is all there's the number wall and all those medals that I told you. Some medals are not up there yet, but we'll get them there. I have a little wall of inspiration just in case I forget. A little running inspiration found at a thrift store, gifted to me. A movie collection, because we are movie buffs around here. This is what my son calls my nerd wall, or my nerd shelf. He says that I am a closet nerd. This is my small little wrestling wall for now. I'm hoping it will get bigger. Most of these are signed to me. We've got Joey Ryan, who I have met. He's surprising because, well, if you've never seen Joey Ryan, look him up. He's very quiet, very withdrawn, and if you look him up, he is very, very different than that. This is Drexel. Met him. This is Simon Miller. He's in the UK. I've not had the pleasure, but I do watch him on What Culture YouTube. He is a great, positive guy. This is Marty the Moth. This is Cascade Wrestling. These guys are fantastic. And Calamity Kate. She is amazing. Find all of these guys on YouTube. And then, of course, this is Stone Cold. I created this poster because I thought this transformation was pretty great. One thing that was kind of a revelation for me about wrestling, I've been a fan for ever since I can remember. Like when I was little, we were doing watch parties on pay-per-views and stuff. I took several years off when they went to the Attitude Era and such. It wasn't really my thing, but then I recently got back into it when my son was watching it. He got into it. He showed me, what did he show me? It was, I believe he had a Roman Reigns match on, and I was like, oh my God, that's what wrestlers are supposed to look like. He's built like a wrestler. And he asked me to then watch wrestling with him. So then I said, okay, fine. And I started watching some wrestling. It was like, sucked right back into it. And then I started watching indie wrestling, which I had no idea was a thing. Fell in love with that. Started going to some local shows, and I have found out that when I go to live wrestling shows, I am living with, not suffering with, living with anxiety. Usually very under control. However, I do tend to have a lot of difficulty out in public spaces, out in crowds and stuff. When I run races, I'm okay because we're not too together, but when I get to finish line, I do tend to want to leave to kind of get out of it. However, when I go to wrestling shows, I tend to be okay. I don't mind sitting in the front row. I don't mind being part of the show. I don't mind hooting and hollering and interacting with the wrestlers. I don't mind them yelling back at me. I don't mind people looking at me. I don't mind starting chants. I find that my anxiety basically is gone. I don't think about it. It's like I'm in a completely different world. And so I basically found that wrestling has become like a anxiety controller, I guess you can call it, for me. So I'm really missing live shows right now with all this quarantine stuff happening, and I can't wait for them to come back. And I know that they're ready to come back. And if you are into wrestling, just go find your favorite wrestler. Go find all these guys. Find them on Patreon. Find them on Big Cartel. Find them on Pro Wrestling Tees, and just support them. You know, buy some shirts, merchandise, whatever you can, and help support them and get them through this time. And let's get our shows back, right? Okay, done with the little infomercial, but I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Okay, back to the nest. Okay, we've got the weights. They're a little rogue. They're not put away right now. The boards. There's the benches and things. See, there's the more numbers. We've got the pictures. I do boot camp online, Lilac City Fit Body Boot Camp. I was going in person when they first started, and then all these things that happened with my health, my husband's health and everything, I had to stop going. With quarantine, they started doing it online. Between my in-person and my online, this is how many classes I have done since they opened. I think it's been almost 2 years now. So a little over 200 classes. I can't wait to hit a 300 mark. But I love the boot camp style class. I think that they are so much fun. They make me sweat. They make me want to say bad words. And anything that does that, I am all for. I always say a workout that makes me want to quit is the best workout. So more medals, more running inspiration, also gifted to me, found at the thrift shop, more movies, jump box, that's my office, some workout cards here. Let's get a closer look at my nerd shelf, or my kiddo calls it my nerd shelf. So that's McGonagall's wand, if you were wondering. And my favorite part about this half of the nest is all of this on the ceiling. So, whew. Basically, I had a painting party, and I had friends come over. My son helped, and we just took markers, we took paint, we took whatever we had. We painted the ceiling of what at that point was the only part of the gym. And we just made sure that I always had some kind of fun inspiration. So if we look, that is that half of the nest and gym. Never mind the chair in the middle. That's what was holding the camera to begin with. And then we have this half of the gym. This is the carpeted half. We've got our TV, got our trusty laptop here. This is, and our whiteboard to write exercises. This is the messiest side, really. This is where the battle ropes will be coming out of this area once it's cleaned up. We got, yes. We've got the gazelle and the treadmill. So the story of this treadmill is. I was training for a half. My dog is my running partner. Since I broke my foot originally in 17, he got used to not doing anything, got fat and lazy. Now he's old, fat, and lazy, and he does not like to go out anymore. And he has trouble with long distance miles. With quarantine and everything, first of all, I don't feel safe going out really long distances, or any distance really, without some kind of protection, which is my dog. I especially didn't like going out long distance with there being a quarantine and no place for me to duck in because everything is closed. So I decided that I would be doing a backyard or indoor half for my virtual half. So I went online with the help of a friend and found this used treadmill. And we went and picked it up, brought it home, and I was training on it for the first time, and the motor burned up and it stopped. So my wonderful husband started working on it. Instead of buying the really spendy motor, he decided to turn it into a manual treadmill, which was going to suck, but it would work. So he got it working to where he could easily move the belt. It was fine. He got it all lubed. Everything was great. And then I got on it and it wouldn't move. And he got on it and it would move fine. I got on it and it wouldn't move. And what we found out was that I was too heavy for the treadmill. And that was a very sad, depressing moment for me. I had a little cry. I was really upset about that. And then I decided that I was going to be determined. And this is going to be one of my accomplishments. I'm going to get light enough to be able to use this dang treadmill. I hate treadmills, but this has now challenged me and I will not let it win. So we will eventually be able to use this treadmill. And then my lovely, beautiful friend got me the Gazelle. She had it and she brought it over and she said there's no motor to break on you. So there it is, and we've got that to use now. So there it is. And movie posters because I love them. Never mind the boxes. We are still working on that. And there is my exercise bike. Even though biking is one of my least favorite things to do. But I will do it if I need to do it. So I know this is kind of a discombobulated video, but it's just my first one, so please have grace, and I thank you guys for joining me. I hope to be able to inspire. I hope to be able to help you enjoy and create content that makes you guys just feel all the feels. And I hope that we can create a beautiful YouTube family. And thank you guys for stopping by. And I hope to be uploading at the very least once a week. Hopefully maybe more, including a couple workout videos. Anyway, thank you for stopping by the nest. I love you all, and I'll see you the next time. Bye, guys.